Being an unarmed military observer is a very interesting job, and you have to drop some of what you've learned in your military training. For example, in Sarajevo, if somebody shot at me, your first instinct would be to go to ground and roll, but you couldn't do that. Instead, you had to stand up, wave your blue beret so that if you got killed, they wouldn't be able to use the excuse that you took a combat role. Even though they know you're unarmed, they'd say, oh, well, we didn't know he was unarmed, we couldn't see. So, and that happened to me, and that's why I particularly like some of my Malaysian colleagues, because I was there with my deputy. We like to do these inspections of the no man's land. The leader should do it. And they shot at us. They made it, closer. But we didn't go to ground. We had to just... So then they dropped... This was doing research on a violation. And then we had to... We confirmed that, in fact, it had been an RPG-7 shot up in the air and made an impact which created the impression it was a mortar firing. So we inspected it. We determined it was RPG-7. We started walking off, and they fired another one. We had to go back out where we'd just been shot at and inspect that. But we never could go to ground. If we went to ground, I'm sure those guys, and of course when you walk out to do this, you go on the radio to your headquarters and you say, now they were in Yugoslavia, I knew the situation very well. I'd been there 9 months. This was halfway through. I knew that they monitored our radios. That's a separate story, which I'll tell you. So I knew, I said, please tell the two headquarters that I'm being shot at, blah. And I think I know the fire is coming from the Serb side. So everybody listening in, including the guys that are electronic warfare guys, are getting that. So then you're much safer, because even if I got killed, it wouldn't be for nothing, because the Bosnians would raise the issue that the Serbs are killing UN people. You've got to make your vulnerability work for you rather than allow people to do things to you. But on the other hand, they do know that your observation is going to be reported. And that's the whole thing about the military observer.